The man who Googled Allah, a modern Islamic awakening. He had the world in his hands, money, women, fame, and millions of followers online. But one night, as he typed, "Why am I still empty?" into Google, he found something that changed his life forever. This story isn't fiction. It's the journey of every soul searching for light in the age of screens. If you're watching this, maybe Allah is calling you too. The city of Dubai glittered like a digital dream. Neon towers pierced the night. Luxury cars hummed across spotless roads, and the desert air smelled of ambition. Ayaan Khan, 29 years old, was one of those shining stars. A tech entrepreneur, influencer, and self-made millionaire. He built his empire teaching people how to hack success through AI and business algorithms. On social media, his words were gold. His posts were worshipped. People called him the future prophet of productivity. But behind the smile that charmed millions, behind the Rolex, the tailored suit, the luxurious penthouse that overlooked the Burj Khalifa, was a man at war with himself. Every night, Ayaan returned home to silence. His massive apartment was filled with machines that spoke, but no hearts that listened. He would lie in bed, scrolling endlessly through his phone, watching himself being praised by strangers, yet feeling lonelier than ever. The louder the applause got, the emptier he became. One night, he was sitting in front of his 5-screen setup, coding a new AI project. The software was designed to mimic human emotion. But the irony was cruel. The man teaching a machine how to feel couldn't feel anything himself. He laughed bitterly, muttering, "Maybe I should let the AI teach me how to be human." He leaned back in his chair, staring at his reflection on the black mirror of the screen. His eyes looked tired, hollow. Something inside him whispered, "Is this it? Is this all there is?" That night, he typed a sentence that changed everything. "Why am I still empty even after achieving everything?" The search results filled his screen: psychology blogs, motivational speakers, and lifestyle coaches. But one link caught his eye: true peace, Quranic perspective. He hesitated. Religion was something Ayaan had outgrown. He was a rational thinker, a modern mind. But that night, logic wasn't enough. Something beyond reason was pulling him. He clicked. The page opened to a verse that glowed softly in Arabic. "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find rest." Surah Ar 13:28. He froze. The words hit him like thunder, wrapped in mercy. For the first time in years, something in his chest moved. He whispered the words again, "Hearts find rest." He leaned closer, reading more, verses about creation, about purpose, about the soul. It was like reading the manual he never knew existed for his existence. That night, he didn't code. He didn't post. He didn't sleep. He watched hours of Islamic lectures, videos about the signs of Allah in the universe, about the peace that comes from prayer, about repentance. His tears wouldn't stop. At far time, the adhan echoed from a nearby mosque. He stood by the window, looking at the city he thought he ruled, and realized how small he really was. The words, "Hayya ala Salah," pierced through his heart. He whispered, "I want that peace." The next morning, Ayaan walked to a nearby masjid. It was the first time he stepped into one in years. The smell of musk, the soft murmur of Qur'an, the gentle hum of believers. Everything felt foreign, yet familiar. He watched an old man in a simple white kurta bowing in sujud, tears wetting the prayer mat. Ayaan's throat tightened. He whispered to himself, "What is he feeling that I never have?" After the prayer, he approached the imam, a man with kind eyes and a voice that carried wisdom. "I don't know where to start," Ayaan said quietly. "I've read about Islam, but I don't even know how to pray." The imam smiled. "Then you've already started, my son." That evening, Ayaan made wudu for the first time in a decade. As the cool water touched his face, it felt like washing away years of grime that no luxury spa ever could. He stood on his prayer mat, trembling, whispering Allahu Akbar. The moment his forehead touched the ground, something inside him broke, and something greater was born. He cried for everything, for the arrogance, the heedlessness, the wasted years chasing illusions. He cried until his tears became his repentance. Days turned into weeks. Ayaan disappeared from social media. People wondered where he went. Sponsors called. Collaborators panicked. His team said he was rebranding. But he wasn't rebranding. He was being reborn. He spent his days studying the Qur'an, learning Arabic, visiting scholars, and volunteering at orphanages. For the first time, he wasn't chasing profit. He was chasing purpose. One day, he returned to his old office. The walls were still covered with his photos and quotes. Success is built, not given. Time is money. Be your own God. He stared at them with a mix of regret and shame. He gathered his team and said, I built a company teaching people how to chase success, but I never taught them how to find peace. Today, I'm shutting it down. The room went silent. Someone asked, but sir, what will you do next? Ayaan smiled softly. I will build something that helps people remember who they are, servants of Allah. He walked out of the building, leaving behind millions of dollars in contracts. That night, he opened a YouTube channel named The Digital Muslim. His first video was simple. Just him, sitting on a prayer mat, speaking from the heart. He said, for years, I thought my followers defined my worth. But now I found something that needs no followers, no algorithms, no updates, the remembrance of Allah. If your heart is restless, know that peace doesn't come from Wi-Fi. It comes from wudu. The video went viral overnight. People across the world commented things like, this is what I've been searching for. I cried watching this. I'm coming back to Salah. Soon, his channel became a movement. He started hosting live talks about faith in the age of technology, guiding youth who were lost in the noise of modernity. Universities invited him, media mocked him, and old friends called him crazy. But nothing shook his calm. One night, an atheist tech influencer challenged him publicly on a podcast. The host asked, so Ayaan, after all your science and success, you're saying prayer gives you more peace than technology? Ayaan smiled. Yes, because technology can connect the world, but only prayer connects the soul to its creator. The host went silent. The audience clapped. That clip broke the internet. Months later, Ayaan visited his mother's grave. She had passed years before, always praying that her son would return to Allah. As he knelt by her tombstone, he whispered, Ami, Allah answered your dua. A soft wind blew, carrying the call to prayer from a distant masjid. He smiled, whispering, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Years passed. Ayaan became a symbol of modern spiritual awakening. A man who proved you could live in the digital age, yet be fully devoted to the divine. But he never took credit. Whenever people praised him, he'd say, don't thank me. Thank the one who guided me when I was lost. And every night before sleeping, he'd open the Quran and whisper, verily, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find rest. Because in a world full of noise, he had finally found silence, the kind that speaks to the soul. If you're watching this, maybe it's not by accident. Maybe this is Allah's way of reminding you that peace isn't lost. You've just been searching in the wrong places. Disconnect from your phone for a few minutes. Open the Quran. Talk to your Creator. Because when everything fails, Allah shows the way. Subscribe to Deen in Minute for more stories that bring hearts back to light.